over to you because I know that we've had some specific discussions about it, and if you can update the committee in terms of our options. I hope at the end of this conversation that we'll be able to move this to City Council for a larger discussion. Thank you, Nick.
No pressure. Good morning, Nicholas Cummings, Corporation Counsel, City of Evanston. So we've been talking among staff and talking with the CFO about exploring ways in which we could raise money to sort of front the ability to fund the reparations fund. And so the suggestion from the CFO is to either use a no-interest loan to the city by a bank or a GO bond. The only concern the law department has with respect to GO bonds is making sure that we actually use the revenue from GO bonds for a race-based program. Generally, GO bonds are used for things that benefit the community generally, not for a specific group of folks. And so that's something that we would need to research with respect to GO bonds. The concern of whether we could repay the GO bonds using the revenue from the cannabis tax is apparently alleviated.
Yeah.
But the question of whether we could get a no-interest loan from a bank and pay the bank money from the cannabis tax is still an issue as well, because not all banks can take, because it's a federal, cannabis is still a federally scheduled narcotic, so banks can't accept funds from it.
Point of information.
Yes.
I would have to just on face disagree with that, because where do we put the money that we receive from the cannabis sales tax now?
It's an excellent question. I'm not the CFO, but my guess is that there are probably banks that are chartered in Illinois that might be able to, because it's legal in Illinois.
Sure.
But generally speaking, those that are FDIC and have federal regulation, that's been sort of an issue with dispensaries in general, where they can stash their cash, right? So it's something that I'm not saying is completely foreclosed. It's something that we would have to research and make sure that can be done.
Thank you for your comment. Nick, I know we had a discussion about the possibility of a